Assalamualaikum. Hi guys. In this video, we are going to continue with the second chapter, atomic structure. And I'm going to focus about the first subtopic, Bohr's atomic model. These all are the learning outcomes that you have to understand based on this subtopic. Let's go to the first introduction of Niels Bohr theory. When you think of the word basketball, what's the first thing that comes to mind? An orange sphere, probably, or perhaps your favorite athlete driving home a dunk. Now, do you know what's inside a basketball? Have you ever seen the inside of one? Even if you've never seen the inside of a basketball, you may have a general idea about what you would find out. The same thing is true for atoms. Generation ago, people did not know exactly what was inside an atom, but they had some ideas. There are a lot of scientists or physicists propose a model or a structure of atom. However, the most short one is from this guy, who we've known as Niels Bohr. This young Dutch physicist, Niels Bohr, he proposed a theory of an atom, which he described that electrons are circling a central nucleus that contains positively charged proton. And he also proposed that this orbit can only occur at specific permitted levels. We call this as energy levels of electron. He also explained successfully the lines in hydrogen spectrum from his atomic model. This is the general atomic model based on Bohr's theory that we've used since a long time ago. In this picture, actually, he used the concept of quantized energy to propose that electrons move around the nucleus in fixed orbit or shells. A shell closer to the nucleus has lower energy, while one farther away has high energy. If an electron jumps to a lower energy orbit, it will give out the extra energy in the form of radiation, thereby maintaining atomic stability. For example, from the second shell to first shell. Even though Bohr's model doesn't hold true complex of multi-electron system, this model is still the most popular representation of atomic structure in most textbooks. No matter how much we try, there is no avoiding the complexities of quantum mechanics. So how we want to understand more about this establishment of quantum behavior for entities like electrons? So I'm going to introduce about Bohr's postulate, where how this atomic model comes out. Let's go to the first postulate. The first postulate said that electron moves in a circular orbit around the nucleus. And this electron, for example, the first shell, does not radiate or absorb any energy. And it goes to the second postulate where the energy of electron in hydrogen atom is quantized. Quantized means it has a discrete value. So that's why an electron which moving in a specific orbit can have only a certain amount of energy. It also means that electron has a certain energy levels. So we are going to use this term energy level quite often in this chapter. So how you want to understand based on different terms? We've heard about orbit. It is just the same thing as stationary state, same thing as energy level, and same thing as shell. If you hear the term for this, they are all referring to the same thing. Now, once you know that the energy of electron in hydrogen atom is quantized, we go to the third postulate. At ordinary condition, the electron is at the ground state. This is the lowest level of energy. If the energy is supplied, for example, that electron absorbs the energy, it is promoted from lower energy level to a higher one. And this process is what we call as excitation. So how excitation reaction happen? For example, you have this illustration where a photon of light is absorbed for this electron in the first shell. This first shell is what we call as the ground state. However, once this electron absorbs energy, it will excite to the next energy level, which what we call as excited state, the next shell. And you can see this is the position of electron after absorption. So from here, we are going to go to the fourth postulate, where when electron at its excited state, it is very unstable. So no matter what, it will fall back to lower energy level, and it will also release a specific amount of energy in form of light. And this light is what we have to calculate based on its energy. And the energy of the photon equals to the energy difference between the levels. Photon here is what we're referring to light, not proton. It's different thing. So that's how a specific electron moves around an atom based on Bohr's atomic model. There are a few points that you have to remember based on different terms. The first one is ground state. This is the state where the electrons have their lowest energy. And after that, the excited state, where electrons have shifted or excited from a lower energy level to a higher energy level. And last but not least, energy level. This is energy associated with a specific orbit or state. And usually it depends on which shell that electron is positioned. So I hope all of you understood about the theory of Bohr's atomic model and how 4 postulates that I've introduced to you explain the movement of electron in parts of an atom. So that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!